Oh, look who it is. My favorite people, my after show friends.
After the show, it's the after party then. After the party, it's the hotel lobby then. After the Belby, then it's probably Chris. And after the original, it's probably this.
And for me, I'm just a girl from Jersey who happens to be on TV for another 2 seasons! Ah! Hi everybody, I'm so glad that you're here. As you can see, I haven't even put on my streak. Oh, you caught me. I was just about to drink. No, I wasn't. Welcome to the after show. I'm so exhausted. Me and you are gonna fight because you know I read WendyShow.com. See, just in time. I had these shoes at the keeping it real on the Wendy Show.
The show after the after show presents.
So how are you? This is Wendy after the show, and what a great show it was. I just finished cooling off and airing out. Like, the first thing I like to do, I told you this when the shows are over, is I like to take off my makeup and I like to take off my clothes. You cannot imagine how disgustingly just you feel after 1 hour with hot lights doing a TV show. So I like to remove them immediately. I can't believe that I just let it all hang out on TV. I mean, just, you know, my hocks, those are my thighs, my hocks, when I was laying on the massage table in that little piece, I was squishing my arms, my arm looked as big as some people's thighs. I don't care. It's part of the fun of doing the show. I was sweating through it. If you look while I was sitting on the couch, by the time I talked to Shawnee O'Neal, which was towards the end of the show, I was schwitzing heavily. And that's why I like the hair a little bit longer too, because in addition to hiding a little bit of this, the hair hides, you know, I perspire during the show. And I thought about getting Botox under my arms, except, you know, when you stop the sweat from one place, then it sweats a lot in another. But I wasn't such a fan of the yellow skirt that I wore today because it was just, well, it revealed all of my cellulite, which you might not have seen on the show, but I know my studio audience did, especially when I do Ask Wendy and I have to put my butt in people's faces. I know that they see that. But I refuse to wear Spanx because Spanx are too hot. They're grossly uncomfortable, and you know, the thing that separates a woman from a man is a little jiggle, and yeah, and so I have cellulite. Excuse me, do you mind? You know, there's nothing wrong with friends with benefits. It's very good to be able to have friends with benefits for 6 years, though. Have you ever had friends with benefits? I've never had one of those. I'm more like a girl's girl. Like, I can have sex with no strings attached, but only once or twice. And only after a few glasses of wine. Oh! Anyway, there must be a lot of things, but I ain't no liar. Okay, get off of it, Wendy. Okay, I'm off of it. Look, and I laughed so hard during Hot Tub. I'm calming down. Drugs, wreck families, ruin lives. You know, you lose jobs. You know, Dr. Drew says you don't have a problem if the problem is not hurting your bank account or hurting your everyday life. For me, neither was happening. Back when I was getting high, Coke was $35 a gram. I was making a healthy 6-figure salary. I was a property owner, and I had the world at my feet. So it wasn't ruining my bank account. And I was still able to show up for work, although I was a sweaty, high mess, honey. But I was there, and my bosses knew about it, and if you're reading this, you know you knew. But they never called me out. Looking back on that, I wonder, because if I saw somebody falling around these halls, a sweaty mess the way I used to be, they would definitely be called out. definitely be called out. And I never had boyfriends who got high because I always thought I could handle it. When I say high, I'm not talking about weed, you know, and yes, weed is a drug and I'm not a weed head, but I'm not talking about weed because I think there's a huge difference between, this is our philosophical conversation in my head about drugs. Cocaine is the devil, okay? Crack is the next level of the devil. Weed is like kindergarten. I don't know what heroin is, and I certainly don't know what you all do with the pills. I don't want to know. And drink was never my drink of choice. Drink was never my drink of choice. But he's from the streets, and you know, he's a hothead. And for all the hothead and street savvy that he is, the one thing that this big bad wolf could never talk down was me. Up all night. He's in there sleeping. 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm in the bedroom, in the living room, trying to cover the smell of my crack, hiding burnt spoons in the couch. Sliding glass door open. I did used to smoke, and trying to cover the smell with Newport. When something like that is going on, really? Oh, it's the Tom Joyner Morning Show. Ooh. Hi, Tom. What's up? You know what? I have something I want to say, and I'm just going to say it. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm so embarrassed, but here's me talking at you.
Yeah.
So, Robin. So, it was last season, and my Hot Topics chair was beige. And I don't remember what I was wearing. All I know is that I was in the middle of doing Hot Topics and I felt a trickle. And I said, oh my gosh, Flo is in town.
Uh-huh.
Right in the middle of Hot Topics.
I mean, couldn't they have waited?
Well, no, because I'm 47, so she comes
When
sometimes when she wants to. It's very, very irregular. So I had no tampons down here. I had no, everything's up here in my stash in here, but I had nothing. And I was like, oh my gosh. You know how after I do Hot Topics, I always stand up and I go to meet my audience?
You sat.
I sat and I froze. And so I had a swimming pool under my arms, and I don't know what that is. It's not perimenopausal like I thought. If I get Botox under my arms, I already get it in my forehead. I already told you that. So, all right, there's one place where I'm not sweating, you know, and, you know, no wrinkles. If I get it under my arm, then the sweat has to come out someplace. I know you think I'm so batty that I'm about to forget something. You've got to be kidding me. I fully feel your presence. No matter how much I talk, I have never taken off my wig in front of anybody that I didn't want to. And I have never gotten in the car and driven. I have a girlfriend who wears wigs full time because I wear wigs, and I introduced her to him. And she said one day she got in the car to go to work, and all she had on was her wig cap. I was like, really? I've never done that, and I've done a lot of baddie things in my life, but never that. However, we have to go. Go! Are you trying to see something? Always trying to look at somebody. Get out of here! I'm such a germaphobe. I don't even like to bite off my son's Twinkie. All that 11-year-old slobber. Who knows where his mouth has been? Ew. I don't swig off my son's water. I don't I don't even bite. My husband, you know how there's certain foods that are extra juicy and extra germy, like apples? I'll be eating an apple. If my husband says he wants a bite, I'll take one more bite and say, here, you can have it. That's not the way I want to swab my spit. I hate the term role model, but I want to be a shining example, not just in my own way, but staying true to myself for my people as black people, but I want to be a shining example for women. And I want to be a shining example for people who are different and struggling with their difference, whether it's a gay thing, a tall thing, you were born with one eye thing, because clearly I am different. It goes beyond me just being black or just being a woman on TV. I'm 25 feet tall, I wear wigs, and I'm over-analyzing it. I'm over-analyzing. Like when I do the show, I'm not looking at what I look like while I do my interviews. I can't. When I get excited, my eyes pop open. I look like an alien, and I'm just gonna go with that. You know, when I laugh, every 85th tooth in my mouth shows. I'm over it. You know, if I feel my wig tipping back, I'm gonna pull it forward. Like, I'm over it, and I feel. And another thing, when I do, if I ever do get an endorsement, you can best believe I will only endorse what I use. Because I can tell you, I've been approached more than a few times to endorse cellulite cream. There, I said it. I could have been getting busy to endorse cellulite, but I don't believe in cellulite cream. Honey, cellulite is here to stay. You got it, I got it, we all got it. No rubbing is gonna take it away. Now on, I'll just be like the rest of the celebrities and only open my mouth about something if I'm getting paid for it. Or in Paula Dean's case, keeping it closed until I get paid for it. Sorry for keeping it a little too real, okay? Sorry. You know this even if you're just in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. After a while, you tend to sleep in frumpy clothes and you tend to forget about keeping the sexy. And that goes for not just women, but for our men also. I think one of the most important things about relationships is keep the sexy. Make sure that you're wanted by other people because nobody wants somebody who's not wanted. Does that make sense? Nobody wants somebody that nobody else is looking at. Wait to see how the other part of my life is. Oh, I think I'm getting my earring. Oh. I mean, I haven't cried in a moment, right? And my boobs have been feeling really full. And you know how sometimes you get the pain under your arms? The equal pain? Yeah. Ooh, the hormones! A lot of people say that about my show, so I don't feel bad about saying that about other people's show. People say, Wendy, your show is my guilty pleasure. What do you mean guilty pleasure? Like you have to watch it with the blinds pulled? Oh. I felt like, ooh, who's turning on the TV? Look at us. You know, the big mouth girl who, you know, who knows it all. No man wants to be around that all day. They get turned off. So I leave her in the glove compartment with the car door unlocked though. Okay, just in case I gotta pull her out and get all BM on. As my son says, Mommy, don't go all right, Mommy, don't get all BM. It's black mom. I just finished wiping off my makeup, and you know what? Me and you are gonna fight. Because you know I read wendyshow.com. I might not know how to email, I might not know how to send emails, but I do know how to get on my own website. I do know how to participate in Facebook. I do know how to read comments. And not all of you, but there's some of you who don't appreciate my office style and our intimate time together. There were a few shady comments from people saying that that I don't look good with no makeup on and that I should keep it fierce all the time. Well, be very clear. I've made a career out of keeping it as real as possible. Hi haters, damn meanie. I know what you want to see me do. You want to see me in the club doing it fun. That's my next meeting. Well, some people who watch the after show, they give rave reviews. They're like, Wendy, the talk show is good, but the after show is where it goes down. And I showed you that I do have a life, and I'm gonna live it tomorrow night
At the club.
at the club. That's how I celebrate. Am I off the bird? Oh,
You must be.
Oh,
Yes.
that's showbiz talk. Satellite off. Oh. Ooh, I was just in the bathroom. Come on, you guys. Don't look at my butt.
It's hard not to look at it if I'm walking behind you, you know what I mean?
Thank you.